Greetings and welcome to Innovation Management Group's Build-A-Board software. This is the How to Test Modify a Board video, the fifth video in the Build-A-Board How-To video series after the How to Build a Board video. So now that we've created our board, built our board, we are ready to test it and verify that we're happy with everything we've got, and we'll make some changes along the way just to see how that's done. So you can just simply run the board at this point if you've built it already. To do this, just press your F10 key or use the F10 button on the toolbar. The test version will run and you'll see your board in all its beauty. Right now we're going to do the basic notepad here in Windows to test it, and we can simply run through the keys and see if they do what we expect they will do, and yes indeed we are getting what we want. As a quick background for those not familiar with a macro is a sequence of keystrokes that can be replayed. Keystroke macros can automate repetitive tasks or simplify complex operations. To help you out, Build-A-Board comes with a keystroke macro recorder. There's another thing you can do within Build-A-Board is if you open your keystroke macro recorder, the keystroke macro recorder is a tool that lets you record macros. So one of the things we can do with our board is walk through all the keystrokes and record it as a macro. So I'm going to press pause on the physical keyboard and also run through each of the keys. Then we'll hit pause again and we'll note that we now have the macro recorded as text on the clipboard. So we can simply right click and paste that, and we'll see that we've got the letter keys, the tab key, the space key, which here just is a space in the macro, and then the enter. There also is another tool in the IMG developers kit called KeyWatch, and do want to mention it. It can provide low-level keystroke scan code information about actual keys and can be helpful when working with combo keys, specialty keys, or trying to match the Mightysoft virtual keystrokes with the keystrokes generated by a physical device. So let's get back to our board. Imagine if this board was actually going to be used for taking a test. And we just discovered that the A, B, and C is not sufficient. It really needs to be an A enter or B enter. So what we could do is go to the properties, go to the key action, and then actually in this build a macro builder, pick and choose the enter key. Then we can actually copy that enter macro and save off the A key here, and then march on down the line, do each key by simply going to the key action and pasting that enter macro into it. So after we've done all the keys, we want to of course now test this new configuration or this new board. So we of course have to build it to make a new KBF and work with the new layout that has been modified. So we're going to build and run, and now we can test going back into Notepad. So now when we run Mightysoft, we are getting our new modified board. And as we go into Notepad and test, we'll see that we get the letter keystroke and enter keystroke for each key press, and our modified board is now ready to go. So this wraps up the How to Test Modify a Board video. As a quick review, we talked about doing a simple test by running through the keys on the board in Notepad. Also, how the keystroke macro recorder can be used to record keystrokes, and a brief mention of advanced developer tools. Note that the testing with the actual device in conjunction with the intended usage will always be the best way to test a board. As a human interface tool, even the best thought out board may not act the way you want it in the real world. Finally, we showed how to modify the board, build it again, and retest. This was the How to Test Modify a Board video in the Build-A-Board How-To video series. Thanks for joining us. Next video is how to deploy a board.